It'll work.
Wow.
Right.
Okay, let it go. Don't even respond to it.
I'm just gonna step back.
Don't even respond to it.
Let me get this
I
out.
don't know. There's nobody next to me.
Get some chair.
Not everyone gets to spend so much time with so much mature men.
Yeah, very mature.
Spent some
Not
time-
active, just old.
Spent some time with my nephews yesterday. They seem a little more mature than this group.
Wow.
Yeah, she's skipping Megan millions. She hits the lottery every day.
Yeah,
Did they get a winner yesterday?
They did.
Yeah.
Florida, I guess.
Florida.
Just one.
Oh, okay.
Not
there you go.
Jefferson? Oh,
There you go.
man. I think it's no good again.
95 years. No, really?
That one's good.
Yeah, You're
One of the
being
other ones.
being recorded, so anything you say will be, can be
Oh,
held against you. Tom is here. Everybody met Tom?
Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hello.
Welcome aboard.
He doesn't arrest people anymore, but he will arrest drivers if you. He needs to.
I have a problem. Solution. Your turn.
we don't want to go into it.
These recordings are all posted on the little screen. But I thought what I do is start putting this little red circle by what I'm talking about what we're talking about. That way, whoever's watching the video can just fast forward to, if you're interested in a certain topic, you can fast forward to that spot where the red dot is. So that's that. First thing I want to say is I'm a very emotional guy. Hopefully, I also have some good qualities. But some things really tick me off. One of them is when the safety of our clients is at risk. And I have gotten angry in the past and said some things around when others were two particular people who, with others in the room, and I apologize for that. I should never do that. I know better than do that. And I'll try to refrain from that kind of thing. I don't want to be that kind of person. I'm not that kind of person, but I'm still emotional and human, and sorry for being that part of human. Celia is going to be here every day until she's replaced, until she's not. Okay. When we get a replacement and get them trained and get to the point where we feel like they're trained well enough to take over, that's when Celia will stop coming, start doing something else. So feel comfortable. She's always going to be around. She's not going to leave us stranded. She promised she won't leave us stranded.
Even if I'm not in the office, you can call because I'll be in the building. So you can always call even if I'm not. Art and I worked out a schedule. I'll have office hours here and then office hours elsewhere. So
Where's your new office so we can all come up and see you?
3rd floor, Sissy Hall.
Okay.
She's moving up to the big time.
Third
Yeah.
floor.
That furnishings compared to this, that's pretty cool.
Moving up to the east side.
4 minivans we purchased. Well, I got the check to purchase them. Tomorrow morning we're going to go pick them up. 2 black ones and 2 dark blue ones. Lee and I went out, I don't remember what day, Monday? Someday, and
Monday.
drove each one. Lee really put it through its paces. He's very good at that. Tested everything that you can test without taking it apart. And they all passed with flying colors. They're from a dealer who has a niche of buying government autos at auction. I guess the government will keep them 8 years or 70,000 miles, whichever comes first, and then auction them off. So we've got one that's 8 years old, but only got 12,000 miles on it. They all look very, very nice. Very clean inside and out. Not a thing wrong with them mechanically that we can find. Lucian and I looked about 6 months ago and determined that we could get 6 minivans at $20,000 a piece. So that's what we budgeted, was $120,000. Since then, we've had to allocate 10,000 of that to an upgrade to a side lift transit we're getting for us to get the lift to slide over so other people can get on without on the lift. So that's 10,000. So we only had 110,000 left. So I was thinking we might only be able to get 5. And then Lucian started looking at the current prices for minivans that we were going to get 2 or 3 years old. And they're like 23 to 25, so maybe only 4, you know. So I wanted to figure out a way to give it maybe older ones that with low mileage that we could get and make them last a long time. So I went around all over Wisconsin last Friday, I think it was, or Thursday, and went to Beloit and
Elkhorn, probably. Was it Elkhorn?
yeah, Elkhorn and Milwaukee and
Yeah, Waupun.
how you say it?
Waupun.
Waupun. Looking at all kinds of vehicles. The older ones that were really looked old, you know, this is what I was afraid of. And the newer ones look really great, but they're expensive. And then the last dealer I came to, man, somebody's looking out for us, really, upstairs, I think. But anyway, the last dealer I came to was this one, and he had 4 of them sitting right there. They all look really nice. They didn't look, the ones that are 8 years old, they don't look 8 years old. Clean inside and out. That you can get into one that's 12 years old, and or 11 years, 8 years old, and there's not a spot anywhere as far as damage or wear. They're all 4 like that actually. Very impressive. So anyway,
That won't last long here.
no, but we'll be able to get another 150,000 miles. The way we're going to be taking care of them now, we'll get another 150,000 miles out of each one of them, I think. And we paid an average of 17,000 for each one. So that's a really good price. And because of that, we can get 6 now. We can still get 6.
And where's that dealer out of?
Conemaugh.
Okay.
It's on, I remember the name of the street.
16. That's 16.
Does it?
Highway 16.
C.
Going to east.
That's 16?
16.
16? Yeah.
I'm
16.
glad you didn't go through Kaiser.
Yeah.
Right.
So what, you mean you're gonna get 2 more? Is this guy gonna look for a couple more?
Yeah,
Get
I
a
think,
couple more?
I think we'll wait till we have these a couple of weeks just to make sure everything
Yeah,
is as
right.
good as it looks, and
Right.
then go back to him and get 2 more.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And we're still getting I just checked with Jenny and Hadley about the HUD vehicles. I'm supposed to get 2 of those, a rear lift transit, like they have at Sandom, and a minivan to replace the one they have at Assisi. And evidently, I didn't realize this, but evidently we're supposed to go find what we want and then let them know, and we'll talk about how to get it. They'll be on a lease, they'll lease them. But I guess I can go ahead and look for those 2 vehicles, and
And then we get their 2 old vehicles back here. for
we get
us.
to, yeah, what's at Sandon now is still
Transit.
new.
Yep.
I don't know how many miles it's got, but it's a new
Right.
vehicle. We'll get that, and
And
also
the
get
wheelchair,
what
yeah.
Assisi's using now, that.
Right.
you know.
That's an older van.
It's got 77, 78 on it right now.
Yeah, so we get those to put in the fleet.
Back here to our.
Yep. Yeah, and then those 2 homes will have new vehicles.
Plus the new transit that's coming for us.
Yeah, plus we got
And
a
the
shuttle
shuttle
coming
eventually.
and that side lift transit.
When's that shuttle supposed to be here?
What?
When is the shuttle supposed to be here?
They said early fall.
Usually we get them in like November.
Yeah, December, January.
I think we're finally gonna get a title for your shuttle.
Oh, all right, hey.
We sent off the final paperwork to yesterday.
You paid them that $10 they were waiting for?
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to move the red dot down.
Oh, now we're lost.
Okay, car washes. I need to go to car washes. Now I need to go to a car wash screen. I got a car wash screen here. This it? Yeah. We're not doing too well here, except for Al and Art, whoever Art is, and Lee did one.
I have another one.
you know, today.
No, a
We
couple
got
days ago.
quite a few here that are at the homes that really need to be washed. And maybe, Friday, there's a leader brief for Jefferson, and I'm gonna show them the app I created. It's just like this, except they can use it to get vehicles washed, and then when they do, they'll enter the information, it'll show up on here. So if they wash any, we'll know, because it'll appear on here. So hopefully they'll get busy and do some of that. If not, we'll keep reminding them that we got it. But we like to get all of these washed once a month, and it's just a matter of taking them over to the drive-through car wash, so it doesn't take a lot of time. So if you have a few minutes, please feel free to do that. Garage report.
All right. Right now from our July DOT pre-inspections, we're working through all the e-brake issues. 9 vehicles are going to be worked on, and the goal is to do one every week, turn it out. I asked Brad over at J&L just to focus on the e-brakes unless they find something that's a safety-related item that we need to fix right away. But just to be able to turn those out, get that going. So we should be in good shape come October. We're going to start doing some underbody coating on the vehicles we currently have, on the shuttles first, and then we'll start working all through the homes. But the goal is to, anything that's flaking on the bottom, take wire brushes to, get off all the loose product, and then there's a cleaner type encapsulator that you put on there if it's really bad, and then we'll spray the underbody. Also, you can put it down in through the doors, through the locks, and drop it in that way. So we've got an application for that. So shouldn't be too bad. So we'll put them on the rack out here and start spraying away. Got all the equipment for it yesterday. Finalized it with Ted, and then ordered it this morning. So mid-August. I understand September and October is supposed to be the best time to do that. So start rocking and rolling on that.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I was talking to Ted about that. He was talking to me about it, and he says that they used to use it years ago, and same stuff. And they would spray it on, and it never rust out.
And it stops the rust because it doesn't allow, it's a barrier, it's a rubberized barrier, doesn't allow any more moisture or one of the properties that's needed to create more rust. So keep rolling with it. Every 2 years you apply it. Every year you should just take a look underneath and then spray it accordingly. But you don't have to then wash it out or do anything special to it. Just go ahead and spray over it. But the initial spray is the most important one, getting all the loose rust that might be on there and whatever you can do, and then putting that encapsulator on there and then putting on the spray. I might ask what this is here at Show and Tell. This is our new handy dandy battery tester and charging system tester all in one. So you basically put this on the battery while it's not running, and then you press down after about 10 seconds, it's reading the battery. Press down on this, and then you read. So this morning I learned that 1/16's battery is weak, so we'll get that replaced before winter. And the charging system is spot on, so it's just the battery that's starting to go. Our hope and goal is to make sure that we can minimize any downtime. People sitting in parking lots on a Saturday night and it's 20 below out, those kinds of things. So we want to make sure that we're being proactive and getting these things repaired and replaced on time. I was telling you a little bit earlier that we're doing our home inspections on the vehicles, and did one at Spring Street. Went through the 18-point inspection with that, and got done about an hour later. RM calls, says, "Hey, we're broke down over here. It won't start." I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me." I knew it was on those terminals because I checked those or whatever. Got over it. Sure enough, we jumped it, took it up to O'Reilly's, and the battery was bad.
Is that right?
Yeah, it just went, there was no...
And you checked it with that?
No,
Oh.
that's why, I was looking at some of those ones that you have on market, and then I went to O'Reilly's and we grabbed this for $62.
Well, it'd be great to know when they're going bad, because
Correct.
rather than wait until it just doesn't
So as we
start.
do our inspections, we do half of Jefferson every other month.
Mhm.
So every 2 months we're checking everything at the homes, everything here at Jefferson, all the shuttles or whatever. So that's part of it, is checking that continuously as we go. Same thing, you know, we check all the tires, so I know now what vehicles need tires before winter. We have some shuttles that need tires. Neil's gonna take care of those with Andrew. Pop those on. We have 9 brand new tires in the shed, and we need 4 of them. So that'll save us a coin going
Yeah.
up to Jano, because we already have tires for it, so.
Okay.
All right, and then I created a new detail list up here. That's for when Andrew comes in to vacuum out vehicles, or if you have time, and you take it up for a wash, and you have time to vacuum out and, you know, wipe down the dashboard and the instrument panel and all that kind of stuff. Just put the date on there, and I'll just update that every month. And then we just keep, when it's blank, you know that that one's never been taken care of yet as far as detailing. And just go down the list. All right,
Okay.
that's it.
And the shuttles, we got 3 shuttles that are so rusted out underneath, you really can't use them. The way those things are constructed, if you don't know, first of all, they're E450s. They're really solid machines with a solid drivetrain and frame and everything. But then they come along and aftermarket, they put this cab on it. The first thing, they put down a metal grid, you know, and then bolt that to the frame, or weld it, I don't know if it's welded or bolted, but attach it to the frame. Then they set the cab on top of it. Well, that metal they use in that grid is very thin. And nothing like the frame, it's just very thin and rusts out very quickly. And these, all 3 of them, that grid is rusted out to the point where it's unsafe to drive the vehicles. So we're looking at, Ted is going to, we're going to store those 3 over somewhere, over by maintenance, and Ted is going to help us look at one of them to determine if it's fixable, if these are fixable, as in put an entire new grid underneath the body. So that it's-
We've taken these vehicles to 2 different metal fabrication shops. They won't even touch them because they
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
You try to weld into it, and the side frame is suspect. So you can still drive these, okay. Like 51, you can't because it needs so much mechanical work or whatever. And the cross members are actually sagging on 51. But 68 and 52 are fine, but 52 needs a lot of other work. And so the cost of doing that is prohibitive. We're just better off because we have 3 extras when we're in good shape. And with another shuttle coming in, it's just, talk about another 11 grand just to do half of what 52 needs. And then yesterday, Lucian was driving it, and the side passenger door flop out, snap, cracked at the top, blew out the mirror, or not the mirror, the glass.
Lucian almost got killed. It was all full of glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just blew out on him when he was driving it, so, yeah.
The passenger door shattered.
So the
Yeah,
first one
sure.
to fix, I
Sure,
would fix
go.
68,
Shut up.
because that's 113,000 miles or a little more on it. But that would be the one to fix, and the other 2, I don't know.
68?
68 would be one to save, and that's got 3 cross members of those that
Oh,
go across.
yeah, right,
They're bad, but that'd be the first one I have fixed.
right.
Because we can still use that one, it's still a good runner.
Right.
Everything works good enough, the other 2 are gonna need a lot of.
Yeah, and it's not sagging under there, like 51
52 is
is.
down on the ground, the suspension is shot,
Right.
and 68 is still sitting up, you can kinda tell just by looking at it.
There's no reason we can't leave those in the upper barn, right? All 3 of those?
Well, 68 is still being used,
Yeah.
we plan on using it,
Yeah,
because we
68
can't use.
52, we
Take
just
them out
don't
of
because
action.
the lift gate's out of it.
Yeah.
Batteries are bad, and that's when you turn on and off. And now with the side door,
Yeah.
Oh, that,
windshield.
I did not turn it off, but it reminds me. Oh.
Now the
I guess you
battery's
could
jumped
jump
too,
as-
that's another
Did you
thing.
turn it off, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you're
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Okay.
I remember to turn it off. I didn't know if you'd taken it after me, I'm like, oh.
No, we're good then.
But yeah, but 52 is one of the ones that we originally put as part of the scrap heap, and because of all the work that needed to be done to it. 68 is still good, and 51, the bottom was just, I
Gone.
mean, gone. You touch the side and it just, rust would come down, and then like the AC evaporator and everything was just completely rusted, so everything had to come out.
So hopefully with this undercoating, the new ones we get, and the ones we still use,
Right.
we can stop that from happening.
Right.
And keep them a lot longer. Because the chassis will go 300,000 miles, it really will. Just the body is so cheaply made
Right.
that it
Yeah.
doesn't last.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah. Frame, but then once they put that body on there, those cheap cross members,
right.
told Tel, just throw a 4x4 up in there and slam it in there, and kind of chuckle at it.
Create, you know, the one that's coated.
Right, yeah, we're gonna, yeah, we'll have it pressure.
Like railroad ties that are creosoted, you know, so it lasts for.
We don't want to get some spikes.
Yeah, guys got spikes, we can drive them in there.
We got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And I would, so if we get 2 more minivans for an average of 17,000 apiece, we'll have 8,000 left. And I would love to get some kind of vehicle that, with 4-wheel drive for the wintertime, for times when we've, for instance, have fireside people, and there's a foot of snow, and you gotta go get them. You know, some way to get through the snow better. Doesn't have to be all-wheel drive, but maybe just snow tires for the front of the minivans or something like that.
Yeah, 7 years I've been here, we've never had a problem.
Never had a problem? Okay, well, there was a problem last
You
one.
just wait until the roads are plowed and go. If you gotta go a little later, you know, that. But a med run, that'd be a little different story,
Yeah,
you know?
well, there was a problem last year, because Al had to go in a minivan to pick the fireside up in a blinding snowstorm, and it was really, really bad. And it could have been tragic. Al might have had to walk home or something.
my
That
God,
would be
that's-
tragic.
Wow.
But anyway, I'd like to do something,
To walk over.
I'd like to have some backup plan to help when that happens. So maybe just snow tires is enough. I don't know.
Get snow tire, and then, you know, it's gonna be bad weather, just take a shuttle, because you're up high enough and you won't get hung up.
Yeah, shuttles would be a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was in, wherever he lives, Palmyra,
Mhm. Sure.
so. Maybe we can plan ahead better too, so. Okay, next is credit card. The credit card charging system works now. I charged $32 on my personal credit card, and it actually came through to the St. Cloud checking account. So that's all ready to go, so any of the med runs that are credit card, you can pay them. Doing marketing, direct mail postcards, going out every month, every week for 4 weeks. 2 just the ones in 15-mile radius of Jefferson. Then after that, I'm going to be starting to send once a month to everybody that I have on the list. There's 150 of them. Then I'll start calling on them to try to get them on board with calling us when they need transportation for their clients.
Did you already go to like to the doctor's office, as you said last week? You were going there to put up the flyers and
Yeah, I haven't yet.
Oh.
Haven't yet. Yeah, I've got that stand.
Yeah.
I'm going to offer that to any of them that will
Yeah.
take one and leave it in their office. I think we'll gradually pick up a lot of. But we haven't had much in the way of response from that newspaper article, right?
I've had quite a few calls asking for information, pricing and stuff like that, but no med runs.
Okay.
Well, I
We'll
had
get calls.
one that we set up, and then he decided not to do it because it was too expensive.
Too expensive, yeah. Okay. But maybe that nobody reads the paper like Ken says. And the wife gets the mail, right? So that's it.
Can't see it.
Yeah.
We have somebody around here do a TikTok or something?
But
Don't we have somebody around here to do a TikTok or what the
That'd be
kids do?
Sasha and Daniel.
Sasha, okay, all right.
How is our pricing compared? I mean, again, I see a lot of others driving around.
I don't know.
well, Robin, our marketing director, says that it's really personal relations that build business, and I tend to agree with her in this case, because these organizations, you can go talk to them, and I know they have a problem when their people can't get to their appointment. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to gather as much information I can as far as rolling out our business and trying to get drivers and increase routes. So one thing I'm gonna do, I don't know if it's good or bad, but we'll find out, is the lady who used to be the manager here before Mike is Mary Voss. Is that her name?
Oh,
Yeah, I am. This is a threat, a
no.
warning or something.
What is she, what the position is she gonna do?
I'm gonna have lunch with her,
Oh,
just to
And.
get her opinion on lots of things.
She's
Leaning forward.
She's gonna be my replacement.
Oh, yeah, I'm out of here. Come, be gone. No. Oh, I remember. Well, you must remember, don't you?
I remember.
Yeah.
You remember her?
Yeah.
Well, it can't hurt to hear what she has to say, her opinion, because it's an educated opinion, even if it's the wrong one. I don't-
But you're talking about med runs and all that stuff, or you're getting her information on that?
Yeah, she was able to build the business to the point where it was profitable, and that's what I want to do. And we'll see how she did it. But then, it's not a threat. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I took it as one. Oh, no.
how do you feel about it, you know?
I'm going. Color me
I'm unsure.
Yeah, I ain't quite sure, yeah.
Be so discreet.
Yeah.
I told Ted I was going to do that, and he didn't say great. He just had no expression.
Yeah.
Like, why would you ever do that?
Yeah.
So maybe that's true. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, it might be good.
Yeah.
Is she still working here?
No.
No. She was at the picnic. I didn't realize that she's. I never can remember her name. What's her name? Geraldine's sister. So anyway, I got her number. I'll call her and have lunch and see. If she's got anything useful, I'll let you know.
She paying for lunch?
No, I'm afraid not. So I'm starting out in the hole.
Where you guys going? Culver's? Yeah.
Culver's, yeah. Culver's Conference Center.
Save some cookies.
Okay, that's all I have. Anybody else have anything you want to talk about? Welcome, Tom. We got another driver named Sean DeVoe, who should have an offer letter by now, I think. And he wants full-time, but we don't have full-time available right now, so, but he's gonna come part-time. So, I was impressed with him, he was a real nice guy. And that one-page business plan is what we plan to do in the future. That's gonna be us going forward, so please read it once in a while and commit it to memory. There'll be a test.
Keep us up to date.
Yeah.
How many new drivers are there? I heard of Chris. There's no new driver, Chris.
No, there's no Chris.
Don't listen to the clients, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, there's 18.
Tom is the only new one that we have.
Oh, okay.
Well, Jenna, she's newer. Jesse's no longer here.
Who is it?
Jesse,
Jesse's not?
I had to let him go last week.
Yeah, counting the new guy that's coming in, there's 18 people in transportation who can drive, including Lee, Sylvia, and I, 18 altogether. But 11 of them are part-time. So we got enough, we can start expanding. And,
Except for Mondays and Fridays.
yeah.
Nobody
Okay.
wants to work
Those are the
Mondays
guys
and
who are
Fridays.
looking for the Monday, Friday.
Part-timers, yeah. They,
Yeah. Kudos to you, Monday, Friday guys.
Yeah.